Did it work? Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, we're live. We're streaming live from Eastern Long Island. This is Dr.
Magnificent
J.
answer was on like a shot.
And you want to introduce yourself, or should I do the honors?
I am Professor Spike from Longity Island.
Longity Island.
I was doing the arpeggio instead of the.
I'm coming to you live from the Hamptons.
Hamptons. Fancy schmancy.
Dr. J.
Dr.
J. Tim wants to know where the heck I am today. I'm always somewhere else.
I come in San Diego.
I'm always somewhere else.
Matt Lauer.
Where is Dr. J? I'm in the Hamptons, where nobody wears a mask. Let me tell you, no masks allowed in the Hamptons. They all follow Trump's example. They're all young, and they don't give a damn. Shalom to you, Mac.
Really? Have the Hamptons been crowded?
They're crowded like...
have the Hamptons been crowded?
They're crowded like you wouldn't believe it. That's how crowded they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like there's no pandemic. Lynn, you got your real name? Lynn, Lynn, you got to come on with me one day. Lynn wants to come on when I ask her. We got to get Lynn on. Good quality sound. That's good to hear. You know, I kept losing the internet earlier in the day. So if I lose the internet, Spike, you take over until I get back.
Okay. Yeah, with all that great advice. My advice would be get out of the market. I heard today.
Buy savings.
I heard today they were
Would your advice be buy savings on? Pete Chechia from California, I believe. Cabinet guy from the Green
Mountains.
For those who don't know what
Fosco's on. Maybe Fosco's going to talk just about
now your sound is coming in muffled.
Are you blacklighting me again?
Tim jinxed you. The sound is
I guess so.
muffled. Why don't you show everybody your new haircut? You don't want to?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there you go.
It's not going to think I'm cute anymore.
Lynn doesn't think she's cute. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Lynn, you like the haircut? And look who's here from...
I got a more cut.
Fosco Sinibaldi from 6-hour time zone difference. You figure out where he's from.
Is he really?
Yeah, 6 hours. He stayed. What is that?
From Europe?
11 p.m. And
look at that! Yeah,
nice enough to join us at 11.
Very nice.
CVM.
He's
CVM is inching up. We thank Fosco for all his fine research, and we thank
diligence.
We thank you for all your emails back and forth to Spike and me, explaining all the stuff we didn't understand. I still don't understand it, but thanks for explaining it anyway. Dr. J has a limited statistical background. I use statistics only at gunpoint when I had to.
Oh yeah, well, you know, if you have to teach it, you have to learn about it.
WGO, we'll give it a look.
All right, I'll start writing some of this stuff down.
Fosco, you want to come on with us? Fosco might want to come on with us.
That would be wonderful.
Fosco, if you want to come on, just say
the link.
Just say yes. I'll put the link right up. I'll put the link on the chat. People want to see you. You have a bunch
said yes.
of
It's 11 p.m. Well, he said yes. It's 11 p.m. He didn't say yes to your offer yet.
What?
He didn't say yes to your offer yet.
Oh, not yet.
Okay, and Tom asked whether or not we're looking at the athx.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
We're still bullish. All of us are still bullish.
I don't know what the heck I did. I earlier sold athx, and I bought some back today. So I'm about Yeah.
He said he's willing to say
Wants
hello.
to say hello. You want to come on for a minute? I'll put the link.
That'd be
up.
great.
Yeah, people want to see what you look like. You have all these articles and
I usually whenever I read something from somebody, I like to know what they look like. And I did read his report for Alpha.
So what do I do?
And I like what he had to say.
Yeah.
Well, you know better than me. I'm not really a
I'm going to put the link.
I think you just give the same link that you gave me. Give him the same link you gave me.
Yeah. Well, you have the link.
Oh, well, I can't do.
I don't know why it's not working. Control V.
My comments are all oral.
No, do you have the link that I sent you?
Yes. Well, I don't know how to.
I could actually invite Fosco through the email because
that's what I'm saying.
I have his email. Or I could just post it. Control C.
aemd. We definitely have to talk about aemd.
All right. I love aemd. You know why?
I know that's one of your favorites.
I have one reason that I love it, because my gut tells me that something's going on.
And I'm going to make a request for Walmart.
Now, if it was your gut that was talking, maybe I wouldn't.
Oh, I have to show you that comic where the guy got a job. Where the guy got a job. He was such a horrible stock.
I'm going to invite.
Gave him a job so they could do just the opposite.
I'm inviting Fosco through email because I'm having trouble. I don't like apples. They don't like me. It works both ways.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite him through email. Fosco.
Just to say hello.
Why can't I find him now in the email? Fosco, what's your email? I don't know.
I might be able to do that part.
I don't know. I can't even find him in the email. Send it. If you have the email, forward your invite
I'll do that.
to Fosco.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Not a problem.
We would love to get to know him a little bit better.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah, that would be nice. Because everybody's read him in essay, you know. At least those that follow CVM. So I can't do anything right lately with this Apple. I'm even scared to draw lines on the charts. Whatever I do, it messes up. Fosco.
Well, maybe we should just describe what we see.
Did you send him the email?
I did. I did.
Fosco.Sinibaldi.
Yep.
So Fosco is French, apparently.
Apparently so. FR.
Yeah. Hey, there he is. Let me get him on.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
All right, add to screen. Come on. Fosco.
So maybe we should just describe what we see.
Did you send him the email?
I did. Yes, he's here. Right there.
Sinibaldi. He's on. So Fosco is French, apparently.
I got to finish off. Somehow I got a delay.
Fosco, could you shut off the YouTube? Hey, there he is. Let me get him on. Shut it off on YouTube. All right, add to screen. Come on. Fosco, we're gonna get a lag. Did you send him the email?
I did. Yes, he's here.
Well, your lag is interesting. I can keep quiet the whole time. He's on.
Right. Well, you always say the same thing over and over again anyway. Let's say it's a repeat. For a long time.
Can you say something, Fosco?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Can you shut off the YouTube that you're playing because we're getting an echo? Keep quiet the whole time. He's on.
Right. Well, you always say the same thing over and over again anyway.
Fosco, please say something, Fosco. Please.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Hello. Shut off YouTube. YouTube is the problem.
Okay, why don't you write that too? There you go.
I'm saying the same thing over and over again anyway. Let's get it over. Hello, guys.
This is not going very well.
No, I guess not.
Fosco, I don't know French well enough to tell you in French. En français, shut the damn thing off. I don't want to boot you. That would be rude.
Well, thank you. Perfect. It takes a while because you have to go through the whole cycle.
Fosco, you're torturing everybody.
I don't know what's happening here, but it's crazy.
You know, you have YouTube on.
He's on a delay. He has to get it eventually.
I'm going to have to shut his Samsung, right?
Yeah, okay. Can you mute him for a second?
Now, Fosco,
Just mute him for a second.
I had to mute you because you have the show is running on YouTube and StreamYard with a lag. So if I don't mute you, there's a terrible, terrible echo. So I would like you to shut the YouTube, and then everything will be really great. Then you could say something en français, en anglais, whatever you want. You hear me? Fosco, can you hear me? I don't know if he can hear me.
Well, he can hear you, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's the problem.
Here,
All right, well, we got Sarah Helen. Look, it's nice to put a face.
Look what Pete wrote. Ferme la YouTube. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yes. Well, we have an erudite. We have an audience.
This is a less than successful debut by Fosco on the Dr. J and Spike show.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, let's hope this is. It's one of those situations where it's like, the dress rehearsal is, goes like a disaster. Like the opening, you go,
the next
go up.
time you come on will be much better.
Well, yeah. I mean, I always call it the first pancake.
Maybe it'll work now. Let's see. We're going to unplug the mic if I can, because I'm working with the plug on Apple.
Yeah, so you just like re-unmute it. Opening, you go up.
Je ne sais pas quoi. Je ne sais pas quoi.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what. That's exactly what I said. I don't know.
I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not very funny.
Lynn, you missed.
Let's keep Fosco on anyway.
We can do a whole show on sign language with Fosco. You want to use sign language?
Well, we can just talk. He says, "Skip me, please." Okay, we might as well pull him off for now, and then we'll just thank him.
You want to go to the charts?
Yeah.
You want to talk?
Yeah, I got a list of.
You want to talk about?
What did you miss? You missed my my hair.
Oh yeah, your hair.
That's what you missed.
Lynn missed your hair.
She missed my hair. I missed my hair too.
Yeah. All right. So,
why don't we start with you want to start with the aemd, or do you want to start with WGO?
I want to start with one that I should have sold at 3 and sold at 250.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe that's the whole story. Maybe there's nothing more to say,
About fuel cell?
Yeah, maybe so.
Aren't you guys talking about another alternative to fuel cell too?
Plug.
I'm not really into this industry, to be perfectly honest with you.
So 3M is another one. I didn't know what to do about 3M.
Lynn,
I bought it at
she looks like
135. I bought it at 145.
Oh, 3M. Okay.
I was going to sell it today at 160 and change because they had less
Why?
than stellar earnings for the month of May. They gave partial earnings. Now, that disturbed me in particular because the mass division did poorly. The division, I forget what they call it, but whatever it was, it did poorly. And that freaked me out a little bit. So I have a nice profit. I was going to sell it. So instead, I actually, I have it all in one account. In another account, I shorted half my position. I went short. So I really, in effect, sold it in the 160s, half my position. But I have it going where I can cover either. Or I'm forced to cover one of them. You know what I'm saying? I went short against the box, it's called. And usually you do it for tax purposes. But I didn't do it for tax purposes. I did it because I have so many goddamn accounts that sometimes I do that. I want to keep the stock in mind to take further action down the road. So I play that game. You know what I mean?
This is what so you don't run afoul of taking losses, or does that even matter?
No, it's just that I want to hold it in abeyance, so to speak.
Right.
I made sure that I locked in my gain at half, at 160 and a half. But I'm also short, which I didn't sell it. I shorted it in another account. So at some point I'm going to cover that short and go long again. That's what I'm thinking.
I gotcha. So
it's kind of like reminded to me that I really didn't mean to sell it, but I sold it anyway. Not that I didn't mean to.
Gotcha. No, I gotcha. Just to make a little.
It's kind of a strange thing to do.
I mean, are you thinking this stock doesn't have legs to go? What were we thinking? We were thinking easily the 170.
That's what I was thinking. Dr. J is less sure of his convictions on the stock. So
gotcha.
I did something.
I'm still in this. I'm not getting out for a while anyway.
I don't blame you. I didn't want to sell all of it. I didn't even really want to sell any of it, but somehow I said, let me sell half of it because I got really nice gains and I wanted to keep them.
Gotcha.
I wanted to lock them in. Now I could say the same about every stock.
Well, sometimes I play those games with
my. Why the hell do I get
I go back and forth between
all kinds of lines. I didn't want all these lines, but turns out they're not bad. They're not terrible lines. I could get worse lines. The Apple drives me crazy. Now I got another line. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, well. Yeah, wait till don't draw any new lines until you get your machine. You get back to your machine at home.
Yeah. But it's okay. It shows that we've kind of look at the upper quadrant. Oh, why is it still doing it? It removed that line now. All right, I'm not drawing any more lines. Done with the line.
Yeah, we'll just describe it.
We're going to describe it.
Right.
It clearly broke below the strong upward trend line, and it did that for the last 5 days. So Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday were all kind of weakish. Dr. J got a little nervous in the size.
Yes, I see.
So while I still like the stock, I hedged my bet a little. All right. But one that I really like is Lake. Who asked for a stock? WG Clarence.
WGO.
Clarence asked for WGO. Clarence is our resident expert from upstate New York. But Clarence
Yes.
always has a lot of wisdom. He knows a lot of stuff. When you have a question about a stock, he's the man to ask. He seems to know.
This is Winnebago.
Winnebago is the
Is this Winnebago like funny name, or is this the actual car company?
It's the actual car company.
Okay.
And they're doing well, aren't they? The people are renting.
Yeah. Well, it seems to me they're coming back with in a sort of COVID what kind of thing. And like I said, a lot of the crowing today was, oh, look at this, we've made back at least 75% of what we
I'm trying to draw a freaking line. Look what I get. I get aggravation is what I get.
Well, your line should be spoken.
It's got such a beautiful upward trend line. I'm dying to draw it.
It really does.
It's so damn beautiful, and as long as this virus is around, people don't want to stop in motels, right?
Right. Well, they can't.
Oh, no, they can. They're reopening throughout the country, but people
Really?
don't want to. And
Well,
the other fact
idea.
isn't gasoline super cheap now, right?
Yes,
so you could drive cross country in an RV and really have a nice trip. Take it slow.
But then when your vacation's over, you have to park that thing in your driveway.
That's true. But I think
that's not a problem for you. But
I think rather than buy one, you rent them, you lease them, or whatever.
Right. Okay. So the Winnebago rental companies are going to buy more.
Yeah.
They have no problem.
I mean, if I want, I wouldn't do it. But if I wanted to drive to California, take a trip, I mean, I would probably consider an RV as opposed to flying, considering the risk. And it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
and all you need is a whatever they're called. Plug in for the water or whatever. They charge very little. I don't know what they charge these days.
Oh, yeah.
The
all right. So then, at least from the fundamentals, it does look like something. I mean,
the fundamentals and the technicals both look beautiful. I wish Clarence would have brought this up about 2 months ago.
Well, actually, it started coming. In the middle of COVID, it really started coming back. It wasn't one of these things that.
Oh man, what a chart! It's a chart that makes you drool. I used to drool over Marilyn Monroe. Now I drool over charts.
Yeah, no, Clarence actually is. He said he's done all right from this.
Or as Fosco might appreciate, I used to drool over Brigitte Bardot.
No.
Remember Brigitte Bardot coming out in those little towels? Always always in a shower or a bath. She looked good. She looked good in a towel. As did Charlie's Angels, I might add.
So they should be sitting around.
They seem to have.
Yeah.
So Winnebago is just a chart,
right.
A dream chart, a dream stock.
Well, all right. Well, we're on. Why don't we do Walmart now? Because I think Walmart's gonna have a very similar shape anyway.
Walmart, I'm disappointed in it. I added some more nonetheless. I added some more.
On the W's. We might as well do this in alphabetical order.
I haven't stopped adding. I like Walmart.
I haven't gotten in yet. I'm thinking I got to, it's an overall good play, but I think I have an opportunity to get this a lot cheaper.
You might. Unfortunately,
but I do think this is a turnaround play. They just had a partnership, which might have cost them a little bit of money this week.
I mean, this doggone stock is acting the reverse of Winnebago. Once it made its high at 131 or 133, whatever
right.
it was. It's made it had one phenomenal day, in an otherwise dismal chart. This phenomenal day closed the gap, and then it continued on down. It's a classic. It's a classic sell me chart. But Dr. J says, screw the charts. This is going to be a winner. Sometimes I say that. I say, screw the chart. Because I'm holding for the long term. In other words, I'm waiting for the chart to get good. And I'll keep buying.
I mean, look, you're right. The business model, you know, in terms of Walmart and Target both being, well,
now people who are
Target any better or worse than this?
People who are purists will throw bricks at me for saying that. You're a chartist.
Of course.
You're supposed to be disciplined. You're supposed to go by the charts.
Well, you know.
Dr. J goes by the charts. I also go by my gut. And a little bit of logic, you know.
Target, if you're going to choose between the two, would you choose Walmart or Target?
That's a tough one, but I go with Walmart. What about you?
Fair play, I think. I think Walmart, I mean, in terms of it looks like now, in terms of a buying opportunity, it looks like Walmart's going to give us a chance to buy in cheap enough. Whereas Target's been having a similar shape, but then it's been holding its own. So in terms of the upside potential, I think Walmart has more upside potential. If I was to make a guess.
Yeah, I like Walmart a lot.
That would be my
down the road. They're the only ones that can give Amazon a run for their money down the road.
Right. That's the other point of it. Yes, indeed.
But,
a lot of people like in terms of their own personal.
This one,
in terms of their own personal experience with Walmart, it's not as pleasant.
Forget Walmart. We have to move on. We can't dwell on Walmart. We're done with Walmart.
Okay, so here's your Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay. I'm drooling over this one.
You don't want to talk about it.
I didn't buy it yet, but they're into, you know, I don't know if it's, they call it cell therapy. I don't know exactly what their cell therapy looks like. But I think they're competing with, what's that stock that became DMD stock, that Sarepta Therapeutics? So Sarepta does something with gene editing or some chromosome editing. I think they're doing something similar for the same indication, DMD. And they have a collaboration with Pfizer. All kinds of good things is happening now. And look at this.
Are you looking at a?
Oh, by the way, they're also in the odds race against Meso and
Are they?
Yeah, against Meso.
This wasn't that third one that you were talking about. Remember how you were talking about three guys that were? It was Meso, athx, and a third one.
PSTI.
Is that this guy?
No, PSTI.
Okay.
This is a fourth one.
Gotcha.
But I don't consider them a threat for odds.
Gotcha.
They're not going to win the odds race. But what makes them interesting is
What's forming here?
DMD. For these poor boys that have muscular dystrophy, there's practically no hope and little treatments. So this is a promising treatment. I really like it on the fundamentals. And the technicals are starting to.
Do you think a cup is forming here or not?
The technicals are starting to look good, Spike. Now, the only thing holding me back today, I wanted to see a little more volume. There were 2 million shares traded. This thing pops to like 3-4 million shares. I'm thinking of going in pretty big.
You think then if not, you're right. If enough of the market comes in, then it's the real thing.
Yeah, right now 2 million shares on a 5-day run is not that impressive to end the week.
Right. It's hard to know what that means, right?
So I figure let the volume talk to me on this one. I mean, you know, we don't talk much about volume, but volume is an extremely important indicator in and of itself, throwing out the rest of the chart and all the other indicators. So I want to see a little more volume to confirm my belief that this is for real. And I believe it from the fundamentals that they have really good prospects going forward. And like
so you're not worried about filling that gap? I guess it already did fill that gap somewhat.
Oh, that gap, yeah. I mean, what do they say? All gaps get.
In a way.
They say all gaps get.
Yeah, but in a way, you can say it did fill. It did sort of fill it.
Well, sort of doesn't.
If you look at the minimum of that ball.
You know, it's a lie that all gaps get filled. You know that.
Wow.
It's clearly not true. But yet, a lot of gaps do get filled. Probably 80, 90% of them, but not all. I'd be curious to know what percentage-wise what the number is.
How many gaps get filled?
Yeah, percentage-wise, is it as high as 80, 60? I mean, I have no idea. But it seems to me, just from charting, that it's pretty high. Pretty high, whatever that means. That means clearly
right.
above half, right? Pretty high. All right, I'm not going to draw any lines. Suffice it to say the 50-day is holding as support, right? The 50-day is beautiful support.
Yes, indeed.
The resistance is up in the middle. Where is it? The middle of this green candle. The body open to close is 518 to 850, $3 spread. About 650 is resistance. So this thing could easily run to 650 before pulling back a little. I mean, you know, I'm making that story up that 650 is resistance. You could argue with that. That's just a Dr. J thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You're always a savant on drawing those lines.
I am a savant, but I can't draw the line, so I can't.
Not this time, but it looks even closer to $7.
Yeah.
So I mean, for a $5.23 play to $7, assuming it happens within what, a month?
Well, on Monday morning, if you want to nibble on it. But keep in mind you want the volume to confirm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
no, I mean, like you said, the fundamentals look there. We have a lot of choices and a lot of requests, but some people are chomping at the bit about CVM. And if we always wanted, we could always bring back Mr. Fusco,
CVM, I said all along, $12.50 to $15 will be the trading range until data. And that's, I'm not changing that.
So it's up to you in terms of, we're still here. Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing was that we were thinking between 13 and 15. And now we're thinking between
12.50 to 15. So if you want to go short on some of it at 15, that's okay. But I would, if you want to go long at this point, I would wait for a break of 15.
Now the big issue is when the news is gonna come out, right? That's what everybody's chomping about.
After my June 19th options expire.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's not going to be tomorrow or the day after, right? It's going to be after. It's going to be after everybody loses their money on their puts.
On the June calls. Yeah, I got some June calls that I forgot to sell. Literally, I forgot I had them.
You're not the only one in the market that feels that way.
I totally.
I mean, like he's on as an audience member.
You know what happened?
Chime in.
Let me explain TD Ameritrade. They show the overlying symbol CVM, and then you have to expand the doggone thing to see the options that you have. I forgot that I had some I didn't sell, some Junes.
Some
now,
June 19th.
Yeah, so now I'm stuck.
Those. What is your strike price on those?
17.5.
Yeah, I know.
It would have to be data. Data would have to be announced.
Either that, or there'd have to be something going on where there are enough option players.
No, data would have to be announced Thursday after the close.
In order for you to even break even on the 17th.
No, I would make money.
Well, yeah, you'd make money, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when did you?
Provided the news is good, of course.
When did you buy them? Around 14 or earlier?
I don't. You know, I totally forgot when I bought them. I forgot I owned them.
Yeah, we were talking about 50s that you know some of those.
I have every month. I have strikes on every month.
No, but you also told me you had a high price strike.
I got a 20. I got a 12.5. I don't know what. I got all different numbers.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. So if your bank account grows, you know you did the right thing.
I made money on meso today. I had an alert at 13.78. When it broke that, I bought call options. Sold half of them at the close for like a 12% gain.
I think this is the perfect time to give your usual disclaimer.
Yeah, you know, Dr. J does what Dr. J does. And my opinions are strictly my own. And I don't get information from anyone or anything or anybody. So if you want to follow my moves,
he did not advise that I do this.
I don't advise anything because I don't give investment advice. I just say what I'm thinking and what I do, or what I'd like to do, or what I may do, and it's up to people.
I mean, was there an availability on the day to even make money like that? For me,
it's up to people to check with their investment advisors, right, Spike? They got to before acting on anything we say.
You have to ask the dog, is what you said.
You got to do your own due diligence. Check with your investment advisor. I'm eating raisins and nuts before dinner.
Before dinner, I know. I was going to say you're going to ruin your appetite, but yeah. I'm sure that's not.
I hope not. I have a limited appetite.
Jiggly's talking about Tandem.
Oh, I love Tandem. I love Jiggly. I'm glad Jiggly's back.
He says to the moon. I haven't looked at Tandem in weeks.
It's in the 80s again.
What's it doing now?
Now, Tandem, I sold some in the 80s. I was going to buy back in the 70s, but I only have half my position. I didn't buy it back.
Yeah.
Don't get too mad at me.
Oh. Yeah, everybody wants Fosco to come back and talk a little bit about CVM.
I think Fosco.
He can come on, or he can write his opinions on the side. Either way, love to. I like the fact that he's talking to us.
Fosco is brushing his teeth and getting ready for bed.
There's a lot of people we want to hear Fosco.
No, it's like pushing midnight in France, right?
Of course, yeah. But I mean, this is a fun thing to do. Well, all right. Well, then we could at least talk a little bit about where what Fosco was saying essentially, and some of these things, if people didn't read it, really, really nice stuff about the fact that some of that the stoppage of the in the middle of the experiment was not really due to anything with the data or the effectiveness of the drug itself, and that that as far as the probability that the data is actually going to show good stuff, it's got a pretty decent probability. So I hope I'm expressing what his opinion was.
I think
pretty well.
Fosco is very, very bullish. And how bullish? I mean, I'm not going to put a number on it, but he's.
So let's put it this way: when you were starting to entertain doubts, he wasn't.
Look, Dr. J is bullish, but my bullishness is also pigheadedness. I put the odds at even money, but that doesn't mean I'm not bullish.
Right. Well, like you said, you put odds on even money, but if you get paid 5 to 1, a rational person would make that bet.
Yeah, I think I'm rational.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly depending on if everybody sees a 5 to 1 payoff, assuming this thing hits.
Let's say Fosco puts the odds at 4 to 5 favorites, so it's not that much different.
Well, the question is, like I said, it's really about the payoff.
Sure.
Let's see. Did you want to talk about athx at all today?
athx, I did some trading. I bought, I sold. I don't know what I did. I sold in the low 3.
It's on a slight uptrend, right?
I bought back. At a close. Penny's difference. I shouldn't have bothered.
Well, actually, no. We did hit a high.
I didn't get out at the right time.
Well, why would you want to get out? Yeah, right. There was an opportunity between change.
I didn't I didn't seize the moment. It's all about timing. You can't.
Would there have been any reason to do that?
Any reason to what?
Any reason to sort of stop playing games with this stock, as opposed to just buying it and waiting?
Well, no. I mean, the next real catalyst is probably the odds news, either odds news in Japan or odds news here.
Uh-huh.
The other catalyst would be, BARDA coming in with money. But that hasn't happened yet. So I wouldn't count on that.
Well, this one filled the gap pretty nicely anyway. As far as that goes.
It has support at the 50 at about 279.
Right. Okay.
It made a relative high on Tuesday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
330 was the high that day. Now it's going to try to make a new low somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't take out any of these numbers. This would be the bottom. If it takes out this number, we're in trouble. 265. Gotcha. 265's got to hold. Up until then, I am not too worried. But I want 265 to hold. That's what I would like. So, stock market gods, if you're listening, don't go below 265 or it'll upset Dr. J. And you don't want to upset Dr. J. Dr. J made money on meso. I believe meso is the winner of the odds race, or one of the winners.
Yeah, really. All right. Well, we don't have a whole lot of time, so we have to pick. We have to pick a couple of our next ones. Some of the requests that we had. We had a request.
Meso broke out today. That's why I bought call options. I sold half of them back, and I'm still half of them are riding. I also have a lot of shares in it. So while I don't have the same kind of money that I have on athx, I have a decent sized position in meso.
Yeah, no, I know you switched over.
I'm
a couple people are asking about aemd in terms of you put meso up. Okay, good.
aemd is strictly a gut feeling. It's a very uninteresting chart. The chart shows very little. You're not going to pick up garbage from this chart. It's been in this kind of rut. The only thing good about the chart is there was no reason for it not to collapse, and it didn't collapse. Does that make any sense?
Well, yeah, it's holding.
If a stock that should collapse doesn't collapse, I get bullish. So this one should have collapsed. There's no reason it should be as high as it is, which makes me like it.
Well, yeah, I guess there's a logic to that.
Probably an
So,
illogic.
like, if something doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger, right?
That sounds familiar, but yes.
That's the basic idea. All right. So what else were people asking for? They're
Whatever
asking
they
for your.
want.
Well, you already did, so,
What do they
um,
need?
did you want to talk about TRX or CODX at all?
Which one? Codec?
Codec. Yeah.
I'm still in it. I'm strong. I have a nice size position. I'm not wavering. The chart it's kind of resting. It has 50-day support. It has trend line support. There's no reason for me to sell this one.
Nobody's panicking over that stupid lawsuit, right?
No. Although you never know with lawsuits. Did you
I
think?
know. I mean,
I never thought Amarin would lose with Dr. Reddy. Dr.
Right.
Reddy is a generic drug maker who claimed there wasn't enough oomph in the patent to make it a real patent. Some nebulous bullshit, and the judge bought it.
Right. I know. I mean, I guess frivolous lawsuits happen also. I mean, the way I understand it, I might be wrong. It's just they were saying, well, their claim was they made some claim like, oh, we're 100%, as if like we're 100%, and people go, well, that's not 99%, and so 100% is false advertising.
Yeah.
That's seems to be what the
no, ignore.
All right, so what about have you heard of this?
I tend to ignore lawsuits, which I probably shouldn't, but I tend to ignore. I look at this. This chart is a beautiful, beautiful chart. I like beautiful charts. I like the stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's holding above that 50 line, so there's no reason to complain. I'm not getting out of it. I'm just this is one of those ones
considering that the numbers of cases in Jacksonville, Florida, and the rest of Florida, Dade County, where young people are going into bars and getting sick like crazy. I think there's plenty of room for testing. Testing, getting tested. Plenty of room. Plenty of room for new players in the COVID-19 test market.
So as far as the next one to talk about, we have NGM or axdx. Which one do you like better to talk about?
What's
I'm not familiar with either of these guys.
What was it? AXDX?
AXDX, yes.
All right, I know that one.
Advax. And the other one was NGM. They're both pharmaceuticals, right?
Accelerate. I was thinking of Advaxis. Is this the one?
Let me see. My eyes are bad. Yes, that's the one. Accelerate Diagnostics.
Well, it just accelerated. It just broke a key level.
This is from Tim.
Tim
Graham.
I think you got a winner here. Look at this. 1188 was taken out on yesterday, and it continued with its uptrend. I don't know what the heck the news was, but it also looks like a cup and handle type pattern, which is one of my favorites. Let's see where the next key level. It took out another key level right here today, 1378. But no, that wasn't taken out. 1390. 1378 is like a double top. 1390. But this one could go. I mean, once it breaks out, it breaks out. I like it. I don't know how high it should go.
That same law firm. I'm reading a news brief, and that same law firm that's going on Codex is also on these guys too.
It's all nonsense.
Faruqi. I know. I mean, it's hard.
Tim, we got to talk on this one. I got to talk to you about this one. Might be good.
And we have the other request was NGM.
MGM?
NGM.
NGM.
Yes. I don't know if I'm just looking at this now. I mean, it's another pharmaceutical, so it's right in your bailiwick.
Oh, these are all breakouts.
You're right. Where were you a month ago?
No, I'll take it now. This is a nice one to look at.
I know you like those momentum plays. For me, it's
do,
sort of like
I do. It broke this high, key high right here. These are some live stocks. 23
yeah, I know.
was taken out.
If you look at the middle of that last green candle, you're right. It's got upward potential.
Yeah, you get in right at this high. You get in at 22.75, and maybe it goes. It looks like it could go. I got to look at this. This is a good one. Glad who pointed it out.
Who pointed this one out? Tell you in a sec. It's Magnificent Answer.
Magnificent Answer. I think you found a gem, a hidden gem. At least hidden to me. All right. Is there any?
I know, right? These are right.
Any others?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple others. Penn, MBIO, and PRTY. If any of those catch your ear.
What was the first one?
PENN. Penn.
Let's look at that one.
Oh, yeah, PENN.
I've looked at this before. I haven't bought it.
We have.
All right, it's come down off the high at 40, and it looks like
this was right. This is the gaming stock, right?
Looks like it's made a nice bottom right in here, but the middle of this green candle would be my entry point. It doesn't look like it's done going down. So my entry point would be 28 to 31.50, about 3.5, about $1.70, about 29.80 would be. Let's make it $30. $30, I'd be interested. Looks like it's got some Momo. It gave back a little, but it looks all right.
Well, I mean, it really was in the 40s, went down to about $4.
I like it at around.
I
like it at around $30 with support at 27.80.
Well, it started the year at about 25, so yeah, I guess that's sort of where the normal.
You see where I have 27.86 as support. So I like it at $30.
Yeah, okay.
With a hard stop at 27.86. All right, that's it.
I guess it all depends on what goes on with these. Once it's not clear what's going to happen in terms of gambling. I mean, yeah, it's going to be only slot machines, or is it going to be only electronic?
You know what? They're all piling into DraftKings. People love DraftKings.
Yes, DraftKings has a. Talking about baseball coming back, and I said the only people who are going to profit from baseball coming back is DraftKings.
And Dr.
Because
J, when Dr. J, when I bet on the games.
When you bet on the Mets, right?
Oh, Jiggly, we don't have to do tandem, Jiggly, because tandem is going. It's going to 100. Jiggly knows it. There's nothing more to say.
I like the fact that you still like it.
Jiggly,
that's the diabetes one, right?
It's so good to have you back. And again, we're all very upset about your loss, but it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Join the group. Robert, do you know Jake, my Friday partner? He's still upset about selling DraftKings too early.
Well, yeah, I could see why. I mean, and it looked like, in a way, it was COVID-proof, but it couldn't have been COVID-proof. This is what I don't understand.
Oh, Penn is Barstool money, huh? David
Barstool
says COVID news on DFFN. DFFN.
I missed that one.
I forget what they are. They're biotech. I know that. I thought they were. I thought they were into.
Around here.
I
It's at the Fusion Pharmaceuticals.
I owned them once. I did own them years ago. Fosco, what happened?
A weird looking chart.
Fosco tried to come back again.
Oh, did he?
He did. I didn't know it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's apologize. He'll hopefully be back on Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll actually have we could have a real conversation with him.
The problem, Fosco, is that your YouTube thing.
He knows about that now. He's going to fix that next time.
Yeah. All right, so we appreciate Fosco. We appreciate everybody
Really
that's here tonight. We love having you. It's been a fun evening, and Dr. J has to go eat his barbecue.
Well, enjoy.
My son-in-law's promised me the best hamburgers. He's a very good barbecue chef.
Good. Well, I mean, you're in the right place for it. Outdoors in the Hamptons.
Yep.
You should enjoy yourself.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
And
good evening. Good evening, Professor Spike. Good evening,
goodbye, everybody.
Well, I'm
Next
sorry.
time we'll work.
Sorry, we missed you the second time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We had fun. I hope I summarized
it was
accurately about your odds of success on CVM.
Yep.
I know you're bullish. I'm bullish too, but there's always a chance of failure. Take care, everybody. Be well.
We have